Hi, Leslie. I miss you.
I missed you more, Linda. Where have you been, my friend?
I know I've been sick, but we're going to talk about that on today's episode. Are you ready?
I'm ready because I got to hear all about it. I mean, come on, it's been 2 months, right?
Yes, sorry. But here we go.
Okay.
Hi, this is Linda.
And this is Leslie. Welcome back.
Yes. Okay, so this is Let's Talk.
Yes, Linda, we need to talk, girl, because I haven't seen you in a long time, my friend.
Yeah. We had some health issues. I had some health issues going on and different things. I learned a lot and I want to share one of them. But before I do, I was going to ask, do you notice my gray hair?
Well, I did notice it. I didn't want to say anything because as your friend, I personally don't like it because you have a young face and I don't think you should be gray, but that's just my personal opinion. Um, I don't like it.
And I still love you, girl.
Okay, thank you. Since I can be myself.
And that's what makes a friend. You can be honest to do that. Like you can say, no, Linda, no.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But one of the things I've been through since we haven't really talked in the last 2 months was letting my hair grow out without dyeing it. And because of the whole process of just having health issues and stuff, that was one of the things I learned, that we kind of take our body for granted. You know, when I was reading about, I had to change my eating habits and different things like that, I read how our skin is the biggest organ and how people can get allergy reactions from their clothes and different things like that. It just kind of also made me think about dyeing my hair. We kind of did an episode before talking about our hair, but we never got into the deep of it and because we don't know it, but learning as you go. And that was the whole point of doing this podcast, is sharing what we learn and making wise choices and things like that. Was I learned that our brain is right there, which I already knew, but everything that we put in our hair, everything that we put in our skin, even our scalp, it affects us. It goes into our body. And I decided I want to try to cut back as many, my goal is all chemicals, as possible, to help me become healthier faster, as well as the long term. And I never thought of that. I can't say I never thought of that before. To the type of lotion you wear, to, your deodorant, to jewelry that we put on our skin, of people getting rashes from different types. I never thought about that before. What do you think?
Linda, you're right. And, especially when you're young, you don't think about certain things like that. Like, especially going back to the hair. Now I'm natural. Mm-hmm. And I've been natural for about 10 years or maybe even longer now. But prior to that, I was getting relaxers all the time. And that's another way of chemicals entering into your body. And we are just so innocent because we want our hair relaxed. We want our hair a certain way. So we just allow things to happen, not doing our research. And I'm just going to say me because I never gave much thought. Mm-hmm. But now that you're saying that about the hair dye, I've heard that before. And again, you don't take it so seriously because it's not outwardly affecting you. And that's something to definitely do more research on, to say, hey, is this really something I should be looking into, or should I stop altogether because it can be affecting me in other ways? Mm-hmm. But if that was the case, and I hate to say this, you're almost going to stop living, because these are things we enjoy. Like we've enjoyed taking care of our hair a certain way, or we've enjoyed certain foods that we've eaten all these years, not realizing the long-term effect.
I think it's the what's important to you. I mean, like, do you want to live long and healthy and do certain things? There's a limit. Like, if you notice, I said some chemicals because realistically, I'm still learning of all the chemicals that were put. Deodorant, I never thought about the stuff that's in deodorant. Lotion, of the stuff that's in lotion. I never realized the stuff that we put on our skin. I've been on 3 antibiotics in 30 days and how it just really tore down my system. I
Wow.
never realized that before. I never learned about leaky gut and just the different things,
Wow.
of rebuilding your body back to health. I guess when you're young, you just kind of take it for granted. You know what I mean? Like you just enjoy it, and then you don't realize the older you get, the more you have to be more aware. Having the procedure done, the nurse asked, "Are you on any medication?" And I said, "No, I just started, taking vitamins again." And she was like, "Wow, you're over 50 and you don't take anything?" And I said, "Well, vitamins." And she was like, "That's rare." And I never realized that. That's rare,
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. It's true. And I think some of it goes back to just, it could be your DNA or it could be how you're taking care of your body up until that point. But you're right. And I just really say it's the Lord, because thank God I haven't had any health scares. And I mean, there have been certain things that have come up that are like, oh, wow, okay, this never happened before. But you're right. We do take a lot of stuff for granted because of whatever the situation is. But we do have to be more mindful moving forward. But it's so funny you say that, because today at church, this older lady, we had like a little luncheon afterwards, and she came to the table, and people had water bottles, and she said, I can't drink that. I got to go get me a pop. I got to go get me a soda, because I need that kind of stuff in my system. I can't drink water. This is all I drink is my pop. And I was like, wow. And she was older. So just for her to say that, and obviously this is a habit she's had, but she says she drinks well water. Now, I didn't get a chance to talk to her about the benefits of that compared to just tap water or bottled water. But just for her to say, I'm not even concerned myself with water. I'm gonna drink my pop and I'm gonna enjoy it. And I think back on even our parents older, a lot of fried foods, a lot of well, not so much processed, but a lot of fried foods, fried fish, fried chicken, things like that, bacon. They ate and they lived long.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to get all stuck on things that I really don't know, have a lot of knowledge to speak to. I'm just saying, get rid of the gray. You can do that. I've seen some women with it and it looks very attractive on them. You're
I'm
right.
not making any commitment yet. I don't know which way I'm going, but right now where I'm at is I want to watch, at least until I finish the season I'm in, watch what chemicals I'm putting in my body, watch what I eat more, watch what I put on my skin more, of just being more aware. And it's really an eye opener. I mean, like, one of the things I'm trying to stay away from was processed food. Do you know that's almost everything that we eat?
That's true. Yes,
Uh,
you're right.
you know what the neatest part was, the 2 months we've been apart, was for me of opening up. Normally, when I go through a hard time of health or just in general, a hard time of somebody passing away or something, it always been easier for me to share after it's over and done. I'm just that type of person. I want to go through it the way I want to, quietly. And when it's all said and done, like hopefully this will be over in another 2 or 3 weeks, I would then say, I just went through this.
Yeah.
This is the first time I actually said it while in the beginning of, going to the emergency room. This is what's going on. And I'm having this test. I'm having this, done, MRI, CAT scan. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Yeah. But
it's all that.
didn't disclose a lot though, Linda. You kind of threw some things out there, but you were very discreet about what you were sharing. And I don't know if you're like, well, Leslie, I don't want you to worry because I know how you are, or I just want to hold it to myself. But you did not, you shared a little bit, but not a lot.
Really? See, but that's okay. That's a big start for me, because usually I'd be like, Leslie, I just finished going through.
This is true. And I'm like, Linda, you didn't say anything. I know.
Yeah,
Yep.
because it's like for me, I don't want to feel like people are watching me, how she's doing. You know what I mean? Or that I don't want to think about my crisis. I don't want to think about this situation right now. I just want to live. I still have today. I want to enjoy today. I don't want 25 phone calls so what did the doctor say? Or
Okay.
is it this? Did you get the results yet? And just the different
Okay.
things
Yeah.
that, or did you try this home remedy? Did you try that home?
Yeah.
Which is good. In some cases I do like it, but I didn't want my life to become that. Do you know what I mean?
That's
Or
good.
if I do have a bad day, it doesn't have to be because of my health issue. It could be just because I'm having a bad day. And
Okay.
I didn't want to feel like I'm being watched, or you know what I mean? Like I didn't
Yeah.
feel like I could be free. And
Yeah.
I'm learning now, first you only tell your close circles, your tight, important circles. And the neat thing, this happened like the week of my birthday. So I already had my close circle
Yeah.
there to kind of celebrate my birthday.
Yeah.
So they kind of already, like they knew something, or they knew that. Because I remember texting, thank you for, like I rented a movie theater out, thanking them in their emergency room, not telling them I'm in their emergency room,
Oh,
but, but
wow.
texting, thank you for coming, like whatever, so, but it's to the point that I had to learn to open up more. And maybe you're right. I haven't opened up all the way, but this is the first time. This is the first step. So I'm getting there.
That
But
is true, and that should be commended because you're right. You haven't opened up all the way, but you have shared some things. But just when you said that, I'm wondering if on one side that could that be perceived as, and I hate to sound so crass, but selfish, because what about other person's feelings like, hey, I thought I was your friend. You know, could you look at
I
it
can
like
see
that?
that. I can see that. The difference I feel is, if you ask me, I'll tell you. So I'll make it sound general, or kind of let you know what's going on. But if you would text me and ask me, or call and say, what, can you tell me more? What can I pray about? Whatever it may be of how you approach me, I would tell you more then.
Okay.
But just laying it out, it's almost, remember, I think we talked about it, of when people say hi, sometimes they say, they say, how you doing? And the first time they're just saying it just to be nice. The second time they're saying it because they care, but they still walk while they're saying it. The
Yeah.
third time it's like, okay, they really, like they're sitting down, they're talking, they really want to know. So
Yeah.
it's almost the same thing. The first is just letting you know. So if the worst happened, and that's kind of was in my head, if the worst happened, it wouldn't be a surprise to my family, you know what I mean? Or my friends. It won't be like, what? I just saw her for her birthday. I just did this and now
Yeah.
it's gone. So that part of it was that. And
Okay.
then, so, and part of it is, I'm still learning, growing, and mature. And we do these podcasts about relationship and talk about relationships. And to have a deep, meaningful relationship, you do have to share your good, your bad. So it's me learning and taking that step out to share the hard times,
Yeah.
so I can build stronger and better relationships. But I think more so is, I didn't want to leave anybody that's close to me in such
Mhm.
a big, surprise of what happened. I
Yeah.
thought, like you said, I thought she was my friend, and she didn't even tell me she was sick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, even though all this happened so quickly, like this was like, okay, little signs for a month and a half that I kind of knew and saw and ignored, or just kind of put off, and all of a sudden it
Mhm.
just happened. And
Yeah.
everything happened fast after that I couldn't even keep up with it. It's like going to get one test done, the doctor saying, no, you need to go do this now because of your lab work, and seeing, 4 different specialists at the same time. It's a
Mhm.
lot going on,
Mhm.
but I think the main thing is, in this case, I knew I did not want to, I took heart of who's close to me and let them know what was going on. And when I say that, it's who's close to me at this time in the season, because I'm close to a lot of other family members and different people, but
Yeah.
not at this season for whatever reason. There's like how we lost contact. I'm not
Yeah.
going to call them out the blue saying,
By the way,
Haven't talked to you in, like, because of the coronavirus and everything. I haven't talked to you in, like a year and a half, but hey, this is
yeah,
what's going on.
exactly.
So I didn't do all that, but just the people that I talk to at this season every day,
Okay.
or during that time, I brought it up. So.
And Linda, just hearing you say that, my mind is going to the fact that on the other side, I'm going to speak to my side, that the friends on this side should be okay and not take offense. Because if you know a person, like, okay, well, that's just who they are, you won't be offended. I'm just going to speak for myself. I could have been offended. Like, Linda didn't tell me nothing. She just threw some nibbles and kibbles and stuff at me. But hearing you now reminds me of how, yeah, this is how you've always been. So it's not a surprise, and I'm okay.
Yeah.
And I think that's just how people are in general. Like, hearing you, I'm very discreet about who I share anything with. I mean, very seldom do I talk about any of my problems, because I feel like nobody wants to be bothered, or with whatever. I just don't feel like that. So yeah, you're right. I get it, and I'm okay. I'm saying that publicly. I'm okay with just having the kibbles and the bits.
You still my girl.
As long as you're okay. I know. Are you really sure? Yeah, I'm okay. Because now, thinking back over our course of our years of friendship, that's how you've always been.
After
so it's not a surprise.
Yeah. After the fact. I don't know why. I like going through the journey, just me and God. And I know that's not always healthy. And I know that's not always right. In this case, I did break out of that. But this case was so much bigger and deeper that it was like last chance, no regrets. So I wanted to make sure I have that time to have closure or whatever else I needed to do. And I'm grateful that I didn't have to, you know what I mean? Like, everything's working out. But at the same time, we are never too old to learn and grow.
That's right.
And I'm looking at every experience is a new experience. Through this experience, I became closer to some friends that I haven't talked to years, but just so happens I talked to them for my birthday. Like, we only catch up with each other for our birthdays or holidays. And so having all this came around my birthday, that there's friends that I only talk to maybe like 2-3 times a year, only because they're just as busy as I am, but we love each other and we'll know we drop things for each other. It's just how life goes. They call to say happy birthday, and it's like, okay, let me tell you, let me just tell you this. Before Christmas come, and then you don't talk to me. So it was neat that, it kind of woke me up of open up. Now, that doesn't mean spread it all out there and late, you know what I mean? But just open it up. And I'm glad I did, because some of the people was nurses that I talked to, and and had some knowledge and some stuff that I didn't, or went through some of the processes that I'm going through, and can do this. And they gave me some good suggestions, and they helped a lot of speeding up some stuff and taking care of some other issues and seeing the right specialists and different things like that. So I think that's neat and amazing so when I say don't give your comment or your suggestion, I say that lightly, because we do need it. Like, I did need it, and I'm grateful for it, So I'm torn about that, you do want it, but sometimes too much is just overwhelming, or I don't know, maybe ask, do you want me to give you your suggestions? I'm glad, honestly, that the people that did not ask, and they just told me, you know what I mean? Like, Linda, what you supposed to, your doctor didn't ask for this, or whatever. And I'm like, wow, it's a kind of eye opener. One test tells you a lot more than another. And it's like, just, or having insurance issues, with delays on that, and some of the stuff was time sensitive. So it's kind of like, it's neat.
I like that, Linda, because what I'm hearing is that it's okay to open up. It's okay to be discreet. It's okay to be who you are, because in the long run, It's really just following the leading of the Lord. In the long run, you are benefited by opening up at that season with these type of people, because it gave you another avenue to go down in order to get the support and help you needed.
Yeah.
And then
Because if
into
I
the
would have held it all to myself, it would have been different.
it would have been totally different. It would have probably been disastrous.
Yeah.
So I think there's a lesson there. There's a life's lesson. A life's lesson. Be willing to open up when you need the help. Because what is it? A closed fist never gets help,
Mm.
you know, or a closed heart never gets support. So you just opened up, and look at the wealth of things that came, that eventually you'll be able to help somebody else if they go down that road.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to write that down. It's okay to open up. It's okay to be discreet.
Mm-hmm.
And it's okay to just be who you are.
So
But
sometimes you can't open up. Mm-hmm.
Most importantly, it's going to help somebody else in the long run.
Yeah, and it's okay sometimes not to open it up, and sometimes it's up to that person. But think, why are you opening it up to that person?
Yeah.
You know, you're like, it's not meant. I think everything that we go through is not meant for everybody, but is meant for somebody. You know, like all our life experience, I don't think we go through it for nothing. And every time I learn something, or every time I go through a trial, my goal is to learn from it and teach somebody else, because I don't want them to make the same mistake I made. That's the biggest thing for me, is let me make that mistake so you won't have to.
Yeah.
Especially with my kids and my family members that's close to my heart. I have cousins that I really look up to, and I ask them different things, and I love them that they are honest and tell me, so I won't make the same mistakes they make. And I hear them out, you know, and that makes a big difference, Leslie, of that. But you're right. You have to make sure it's not pride, and know when to get help, know when to say, this is what's going on, and I need help, I need support. And honestly, that's all that my friends gave. I never had support like that. And it's amazing. I felt love, and I had the peace and the time that, you know, the day I had a procedure, that morning, I got a doctor's call saying one of my results was bad, that I need to come in. And I had a procedure that day. And it's like, it just drops you. You know what I mean? Like, and it's like, but I had the support on my way to get the procedure. I had so many people knew what day and what time, that they're texting saying, praying for you, thinking about you, let me know how it ends. That it was like, okay, you know, I'm going to let that be there. When I finish this procedure, then I'll handle that. And I had to do one at a time, you know? So that helps a lot, of just taking baby steps one at a time. But having the friends and people that love you, and family that shows that support, just saying, praying for you, just saying, thinking about you, just saying, are you okay? I had friends that say, do you want me to just come out and hang over? And they understood that I did get to the point that I was tired of talking. You know, I could talk, but talking was a workout. That they respected that, and text. I know you know, I could talk, even with you, one of our conversations, like, hi, Leslie, okay, I'm tired.
That's true. And that's like, okay, something's really going on, because Linda don't feel like talking.
No, but they respect, and I think that's what I love about this also, is learning how to respect the person, of what's going on. If they say, I can't talk because I'm tired, and I was tired a lot, and then you text. Or I had a cousin that always sent funny pictures just to make me laugh, because that's what I used to do to them. So they send me funny pictures, you know, to just make me laugh, you know. And I love doing that to people, just want to make you smile. Out the blue. Haven't talked to them in years and just want to make you smile, you know? And I got a lot of those, and it just made me feel so good. And I don't think we realize the simple things that we do for people of just wanting to make you smile. Don't want anything, this is not even a high. I just want to pop in and make you smile and go by your day,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think that helps
That's
out.
valuable. That's valuable, Linda. I love it. And it's because, and I want to say maybe it's because you put it out there. So it's your turn to receive now.
Mhm.
You've done it for other people, not to put anybody on a pedestal, but you've done it for others. So now it's your turn to receive. So I love that. I love it when we have a circle of people that you don't even realize are praying for you,
Mhm.
and you don't even realize that they're in your corner until you necessarily need them.
Yeah.
And it may just be for that moment, but whatever the reason is, it's because of love. And
Mhm.
that's love circles back and it helps other people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
So
it also shows the value of relationships. And I think that's why this podcast is so good. It's relation. We need them. We need them. That is a type of medicine. And we take that for granted. We don't take it for granted. I don't even think we realize it. Because if
yeah.
you don't realize it, you can't really take it for granted. I don't even think we realize it to take it for granted.
Yeah.
Like the value of relationships, a value of just texting to make you smile, or just texting to see if you're okay, or call me after your, procedure, or call me when you come back from the doctor, or haven't heard from you for a while, just little things that really, that relationship that you have with somebody makes a humongous difference when they're going through a trial. And people don't always even know that you're going through a trial.
Mhm.
I got message and text from some people, and I didn't let them know. I mean, they're cool and they're close, but they're not in my immediate circle to tell them. And they still even brought me joy on a hard day.
Mm.
And then there's other
Yeah.
ones that I know that's suffering with their own illness and different things. And there's this one person, I love her to death. And she was texting me, praying for you. I know God can do things. And some of, I still do my inspirational quotes every day on Facebook. She was even like writing in there, like, yes, God can. And it was a
Yeah.
personal, you know what I mean? Like, and I really
Yeah.
appreciate it. And some of the quotes, to clarify, all the quotes that I put on there are selected like months in advance. Like if I see a quote today, it's just on the list. So just a quote goes, the next one that I see, the next one on my phone, I put up. So it's not how I feel or what I think. It's just a quote. You know what I mean? Like a quote that
Yeah.
I like sometime in my life, or a period. And it's just whatever is next. Some of those quotes fit of what I was going through. And people that knew it was like just using it to encourage me. Or there was a couple of people had just found out and saying, are you okay? You know what I mean? So I had to like remove their little comment and private chat them and say, okay, this is what's going on. But it's that that encouragement, those little quotes, those little things that we do. I mean, people, we are the best medicine for people. You know what I mean? Like
I
we
like
can
that.
like use that. We can make somebody smile and brighten up their day that they're depressed, even if it's just for that minute or that moment. And we're the one that can, help somebody and realize, come on, you can get out the house, you can do, let's do something. Or come on, I'll eat a meal with you. I know you haven't eaten in a couple of days and it's hard to eat. What can you eat? And that was the sacrifice that I'm going through now and I have friends saying, here, we can try this place. Poke is my favorite food right now because it's just, a vegetable place, basically,
Okay.
raw, and it's like, I'll go there with you, Linda. Long as so you can feel like you're special and can eat out. Because anytime I
Wow.
eat out now, it's like, well, I really can't eat out now. But it's like, not this, not that, not this, not no dairy.
Yeah. Wow.
It's like it knocks out everything. So people are the best medicine. People are the one that can like bring more healing than doctors and anybody. Now, don't get me wrong, the doctors have the knowledge, but the people work in your spirit, in your soul, in your mind, and in your heart to kind of wake us up. And I'm grateful that I have a lot of people that I love and that loves me to just
Yeah.
bring me through this. So
I love it, Linda. That's beautiful. Wow, you have just encouraged me so much to hear that. God bless you. God bless you, and God bless the people in your circle that have brought that healing that you needed and need, and we all need. And I love that. I'm going to write that down, that people are the best medicine. Because you're not an island. We can't live in this life by ourselves as much as we think, I got it, I got it, I got it. No, you don't. You don't have it. Let somebody help you.
You're right.
So I like that. And you know, Linda, this is really what it's all about. It's about life's lessons. And we have got a lesson today. I know I have, just listening to you. I've just got have gotten a lesson here about the value of friendships, the value of relationships, the value of opening up, the value of letting somebody help you, the value of helping others. There's value in that. And it's invaluable. In other words, it's not something that's taken lightly. So God bless you. God bless those in your circle. And really, it's about laughter, because I know laughter is the best medicine. The Bible talks about that because it does good to your soul and it does good to those endorphins, which releases all other things in our bodies. And it's about love. And the ultimate goal is to do what? Make relationships that last. And hey, those relationships are the ones that are going to go into eternity.
Yes.
Love you, Linda.
You too. Until next time, everyone. We'll see you later. Bye.
Bye.